Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. And it's time for a review of this new Nine Inch Nails EP, not the actual events. This is a new surprise EP from Trent Reznor and company. Surprise because I didn't expect it to come out. I didn't expect a new EP from Nine Inch Nails, and I didn't expect to like it. Given that Nine Inch Nails' past couple of LPs have been okay, though somewhat toothless, going into this EP, I wasn't really expecting too much from a one-off collection of 5 songs that rounds out at about 20 minutes. But after hearing this thing, I hope this is a direction that Trent goes in again on his next LP. This EP is the rawest and wildest thing that Trent has released under the Nine Inch Nails name in a while. Not only is this thing like really textured and chaotic and aggressive, but the production is admirably messy at points. Loaded with these strange little imperfections, some of the vocals and guitars are oddly mixed or placed in the mix. There are a lot of loose ends and abrupt edits at certain points too. This is a tone that's set with the Branches Bones introductory track of the album, which features these lightly pulsating sequenced drums with this wall of wailing guitars, kind of creating this very eerie atmosphere. Over that, Trent is singing in this kind of clenched toothed angst that he hasn't really pulled off that well since the 90s. On the chorus, we get these fight riffs roaring away, just really pummeling at the mix, and then Trent comes in screaming, it feels like I've been here before, don't really care anymore. It seems like he's consciously referencing the fact that he's moving backwards a little bit to an older sound, a more aggressive sound. This thing is definitely bringing back that industrial rock sound with a vengeance, but I would argue that Trent is doing it in a dirtier, a slightly more experimental way this time around. His first several records, fantastic albums and very aggressive albums, very heavy and hard-hitting albums, but these records, especially Downward Spiral, are meticulously produced. Whereas on this EP, it seems like Trent is throwing more caution to the wind. The song Dear World, I feel like we get a sound that is more typical of Nine Inch Nails' more recent releases, way smoother, way more synthetic, moodier music. Though it's not a bad tune, there is a certain kind of gruffness to it that I feel like runs as a thread throughout all the other songs here. And the beats, the sequenced beats on this track kind of have a rigid, robotic funkiness to them that reminds me of LCD Sound System, strangely enough. Then there's the really heavy, slow, and monstrous track She's Gone Away, which is the most massive track of the bunch. I mean, these guitars are slow, they are stomping all over this mix like a giant, the grooves are hypnotic, the walls of guitars on this thing are noisy as hell, the instrumentation builds up as Trent sort of screams into this instrumental abyss that he's created here. It's tortured, it's dark. Again, it's been a while, I feel, since Nine Inch Nails has sounded this compelling when doing something this dark, this full of despair. The Idea of You is a great change of pace. It picks up the pace, picks up the momentum again with the speediest beat on the entire record. The track features these drum fills and speedy guitar riffs that are militaristically tight. Trent sings all over the track with these really breathy, distorted vocals. There's a lot about this song that reminds me of like some Pretty Hate Machine era Nine Inch Nails or like early Marilyn Manson. And the song Burning Bright is a great piece of closure for the entire project. Again, while it wasn't that long, this feels like kind of a powerful, massive ballad to bring this thing to a sort of nice, concise finish. You know, I really like this EP. It's been a while, again, since Nine Inch Nails has sounded this aggressive, this hard-hitting, this textured, this sound-rich, this vivid, this mad as hell. It feels like Trent is lighting a fire under his ass, but also, it feels like Nine Inch Nails has a purpose, has a direction, has a mission on this one. You know, there's nothing wrong with the past couple of Nine Inch Nails records, but the thing is, in a way, it kind of feels like, for the most part, Trent has just been kind of indulging in any artistical whim that sort of flies into his head without really crafting them into a concise, well-groomed album. And in a way, that's completely fine, because in the 90s, Trent came out with career-defining records, changed the face of rock music. I could understand if, for the next decade, he's like, you know what, I want to do some soundtrack stuff. You know what, I just kind of want to do whatever I want to do. But for whatever reason, I have no idea why, it seems like on this new EP of all things, of all places, the Kraken has been awoken again, and it's like Nine Inch Nails anew. Feeling a light 8 on this EP, really enjoying it. First favorite release of the year, guys, so I'm pretty excited. 2017 is already off to a great start. Transition. Have you given this EP a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best. You're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe. And please don't cry. Just leave an angry comment in the comments if you're pissed, okay? Okay. All sorts of links next to my head, other videos, subscribe to the channel, official website, and have a good one, guys. See you in the next video. Forever.